Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today on this fine Sunday where the Championship playoff final took place and Southampton are the team that are promoted to the Premier League. Leeds have not made it, they will be staying in the Championship, and it's not a great day because it means Rishi Sunak is a happy guy today, so... It is what it is. He's obviously a Southampton fan, and I think that was the reason as to why many people wanted Leeds to get through. Now with the Chelsea lot, right? We're not really tight with Leeds. Personally, I wasn't even fussed. Whoever's going to get promoted, got promoted. Southampton were the team to get it done, and Leeds in the end, I think, got exposed in that final in terms of the way that they approached it, and Farke and his methods going into this final. So, congrats to Southampton. We will be seeing you in the Premier League next season, but... we've got bigger things to talk about, haven't we? Let's get right into it. Let's start off. There's been news today in relation to the obvious Chelsea manager vacancy. I take that back. I need to stop calling it that. I'm old school now, aren't I? So I've got to stop calling it that. It's the Chelsea... I don't even want to call it head coach. It's not even head coach at this point. It's just the coach. Chelsea's the coach vacancy is up for grabs, and I think we all know what's going on, yeah? This has turned into the world's worst kept secret. Let's get into what's happened today. Here it is. Final shortlist for Chelsea head coach job. Zerbi, Thomas Frank, Maresca, and McKenna. No Xavi. List reflects desire to appoint a dynamic, forward-thinking and progressive coach who fits in with the club's ideology and has experience of coaching in English football at high level. I have to laugh at that high level bit. If this is what we're calling high level, wow, holy man, you know what? We're finished. If this is high level, what's going on? What is going on? Anyway... the world's worst kept secret. This isn't the list. Let's just be honest. It's not a list. There is one name on there, and that's it. And it's Roberto De Zerbi. De Zerbi will be walking into Chelsea Football Club. I hope you've now understood that by now. De Zerbi is the new Chelsea manager. Done deal. It's done. It's been done all this time. And we all got taken for a PR ride. A PR 5D chess ride. Because we were all under the grass that, you know what, we're going for McKenna. Maresca, we were never going for them. They moved the bar so low. Just to get the fan base to go, oh no, yeah, De Zerbi. They pulled the same trick with Poch. Don't you guys remember? And you know what's crazy? I've got to be honest. Even I wasn't paying attention when it all first came out with McKenna and Maresca. I'm like, what? What's going on? I got caught up in it. But then I realised they'd done this before. They've done this before. Do you remember when Poch wasn't even an option? And all of a sudden his name came out of nowhere after we were getting linked with names like Postecoglou. No one had heard of him. Vincent Kompany. You've just entered management. What's going on? Oh, Pochettino. Oh, hang on. No, he's been there before. He's all right. He's all right, right? Yeah, he's all right. We'll take him. We'll take him. Same playbook has been put out in front of everyone again. But I think there's actually some people that genuinely reckon that, oh, no, like, everything that's played out is just how it's been, and now, yeah, no, we're getting De Zerbi now, and yay. You do you. Like I said yesterday, you do you. You do you. Now, De Zerbi's coming in. My opinion on this, right? This is the complete 180 of Poch. Complete 180. And also a complete 180 to Graham Potter. Maybe not 180. Maybe 90 degrees on Potter, right? But I have to ask, is this just not more evidence for people to see that even this club, the direction that they are deeming that they are going down, isn't even that? They genuinely don't even know what they want, I think. Personally, I think they don't even know what they want. If you're talking on a footballing level, now if you're talking on a financial level, they definitely know what they want. Which is why I have to be honest, I got to be real here. I laugh when I hear some people say, oh, we're going to keep all of our key players, for example. I don't think you've understood the situation yet. My honest opinion. My honest opinion. Like Cole Palmer. If we don't qualify for Champions League football next season, do you really think if a bid comes in, he's staying? Come on. Come on. Now, what I will say about Zerbi, and this is why it's a complete 180 on Poch. With Poch, personally, I got to be honest here. At first, I didn't think I'd have a problem so much of his football. I was going to have a problem with his way, the way he does things, the way he conducts himself. And then it turned out to be a bit of a 50-50 in each bracket, where the football was starting to look disappointing, and even the way that he was conducting himself was just already disappointing. And then towards the end of the season, everything flipped on its head. And he started, like I said yesterday, too little too late, starting to say and conduct and do things in the way that I was expecting from the beginning, right? Now with Zerbi, I don't think we're going to get an immediate football problem. I think we're going to get a football problem later. Hold that thought. But his personality, the way he conducts himself, his words, all of this, personally, I don't have much worry in that department, which is why I am saying I don't think he'll last. I don't think he'll last. Why? Why don't I think he'll last? People have to remember he's a fiery character. He's Italian. He's got a temper. He's got his way. Now, we got to ask the question, right? In terms of his football, you can have many questions and we can all have our opinions, and who knows who's going to be right, because only time will tell, and hindsight is a beautiful thing, right? We got to be honest there. No one can be 100% on what's genuinely going to happen. Like I said, personally, I think we'll play well to start off with. I think the new manager bounce will kick in. I think people are going to be mesmerized at first. I think everyone's going to be like, oh, wow, look at us go. Whoa, look at this football. This is champagne football, right? And then when the moment comes where our limitations are exposed, when Zerbi doesn't have a second way to go to, when he insists on going with one way only, and then bigger teams start to take advantage of the way on how to deal with that, like it's already been done before, that's when I think we're going to have problems on a footballing level. Later on though, transfer window time, maybe Zerbi will be okay for now. I'm hearing some people say, oh, Zerbi's going to be happy with this team. He's not going to have any issues. He's going to be completely content with this team. For now, I agree for now. Yeah, he's walking into a team with Mudryk. He's walking into a team with Caicedo, who he couldn't replace at Brighton. He's walking into a team with Levi Colwill, who he's had at Brighton before. He's walking into a team with Enzo, who he's probably one are going to use. He's walking into a team where there are some characters there that I can guarantee Zerbi will be happy with, right? No questions asked there. But, again, I go back to later, when the limitations are brought to the table, when the little gaps that need to be filled are exposed, when he starts to understand what we need to improve on, and then he goes knocking on the door, knock, knock, hello, Mr. Winstanley, my Brighton fella, how you doing? Lauren Stewart, hello, mate. Listen, I need some players. I need an improvement. I need this player, and I need that player. I need this position, that position, and this position. I need some players in those positions, because if not, we are not going to win anything. And they're going to go, this guy's funny. He's hilarious. He wants players. Good one, Roberto. I'll see you in the canteen. See you at lunch. That's probably how it's going to go down. Now, why? Because we are so desperate to emulate Brighton, aren't we? Yeah, so desperate. In fact, let me actually show you one thing. If I've actually got it up, oh no, yeah, I've got it here. Let me show you. Here's our obsession with Brighton. Chelsea could sign their 12th person from Brighton under this new ownership. I don't even need to go through all these names. Some aren't here anymore, of course, like Graham Potter and Billy Reid, right? Bruno Sauter, not here anymore, right? Understandably. But Sam Jules has come in. De Zerbi's coming in. It's all right, 2-3 out, 2-3 in. We're cool. Don't worry. We'll replace them. We'll replace them. Now, why don't I think it will work, right? Let's go to Brighton now. Because not long ago, this is what happened at Brighton. This was David Ornstein. I think it's fair to say Roberto De Zerbi is a difficult person to work with. Many geniuses are. He's a fantastic coach. There had been tensions behind the scenes, not least over recruitment. Tony Bloom is a highly successful owner. If he feels that anything is holding Brighton back, he's going to do away with it. He wants this progress to continue. I'm sorry, did I just read Brighton's blueprint or did I just read Chelsea's blueprint? 2 and 2 equals what? 4. And this, I think, is going to be the same outcome. Here's more. Here's Roberto De Zerbi. Tony Bloom is a great owner and he knows the best for Brighton. The future of Brighton will be great while Tony Bloom is owner. We had different ideas. Yes, it's part of work. He also added he hopes to work in the Premier League again, but doesn't know where or when. Nah, he knew. He knew. Don't worry about that one. He definitely knew. This is where I want to say my concern. This is where I go back to the same point. I'm not looking at the managers anymore. I'm not looking at, during the season, I'm not looking at De Zerbi. I'm going to say this now. I'm not going to be looking and going, oh no, De Zerbi, what are you doing? Like, we all know what to expect from De Zerbi, right? We all know. We all know what we're going to be getting, right? If this don't work out and he's got a problem and it blows up in the boardroom between him and them, right? When is it going to be the right time to point it into the common denominator, the right direction that it's always been, which is upstairs? The ownership, the directors. Like I said, I go back to, I don't even think they know what they want on a footballing level. How do you go from Potter to Poch to De Zerbi? What's the process that we have to trust? There isn't one. So what I'm going to say is if we are actually operating on a short-term basis, right, then why don't we just go for winners that are going to get the job done now? Why don't we just do that? But we're so hell-bent on looking for the long term and going for the process and building for the next 10 years. I honestly believe, and I will tell you this now, it's going to explode between De Zerbi and the board. When? Like I said, not now. He's going to be happy when he walks into the team. He's going to look at these players and go, whoa. But later on, January transfer window, next summer transfer window. It will get to a transfer window when De Zerbi is going to go, hey, don't I have a say here? And that is when he's going to be, okay, guys, see you a lot later. Chelsea on my CV. Give me my money. Now I can go to a bigger club. See you a lot later. Kudos and peace. That's how I think it's going to go. And then we're going to be left to going out for someone else again. We ain't operating in the long run at this rate, are we? All I'm going to say is when that does happen, I hope the right questions are asked for the people upstairs, finally, because it's long overdue. And it's going to get there at some point. I truly believe that. So, let's go more. Ben Jacobs. Roberto De Zerbi is the fourth name on Chelsea's final shortlist to replace Pochettino. Thomas Frank, Maresca and McKenna, the other candidates as Chelsea seek a progressive manager with English football and Premier League experience. No Ruben Amorim or Xavi. Now, I'm going to say probably in advance, congrats to Ruben Amorim, probably going to win the Portuguese Cup today. If he's not done so already, I don't know. But there's that. Now, the Mail came out with the same thing. De Zerbi is the fourth name on Chelsea's shortlist to succeed Pochettino alongside McKenna, Maresca and Frank. You see how all of this information came out at the same time. Confirmation. It all came out at the same time. That means it's a brief from the club. Of course it is. It's a brief. So they want you to know this information, which is why I go back to say we've all been played. They knew that if they stuck De Zerbi right out of the gates, people wouldn't be happy. Oh, you know what? Lower the bar so far down, they're not going to believe it. Yep, McKenna, Maresca, what? Outrage. Oh, they're angry. Cool, nice one. Let them suffer. Don't say anything from now. Give it a day. And then dangle the carrot in front of everyone. Oh, look. Oh, hang on. We getting Amorim? There's a fourth mystery name here. We're getting to Zerbi. What? Is it someone? Is it someone at least who's okay? Oh, lovely. All right, box ticked. Now we can move. All right, now it's De Zerbi. Oh, the saviour is here. The way everyone's been played is crazy. And what's crazy is, if people have been played, that's one thing. I think that was all of us, right? But if afterwards you don't realise you've been played, then I'm sorry, there's a problem. There's a problem. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Now, here's what Roberto De Zerbi wants to do. De Zerbi is understood to be keen for a quick return to management and wants to prove himself the right fit for the Chelsea job. That's come out tonight. And what I'm going to say is good luck to De Zerbi. And I'll say that because you know why? I'm not going to lie. On a personal level, I actually think I'm going to like De Zerbi on a personal level. His mannerisms, the way he conducts himself, his words, all of that. We're not going to have any problem with that like we did with Poch or Potter. I don't think that's going to be a problem whatsoever. I genuinely think he's going to build a connection with the fans. I think there's going to be something there. A lot of passion and all that. I think that's there. Like I've said, my problem is his football. His methodology, his tactics, the way he moves. Professionally is my issue here. Like I said, it's the complete 180 of what I expected with Poch and others. So it's going to be interesting. Down the line, when I said, is he going to accept everything? I don't think so. What Italian would, let's be honest. Anyway, that's that. Now let's move attention elsewhere. Let me know your thoughts down below on all of that. The latest out of Man United. And lo and behold, what a surprise. Not. Man United have held discussions with the representatives of Thomas Frank and Mauricio Pochettino as they continue to explore their options ahead of a final decision on the future of Erik ten Hag. So they're talking to Poch. Wow. Here's more. Man United not deterred by Pochettino's time at Chelsea. They have held initial talks with his representatives. More talks expected in London. Pochettino will manage at Soccer Aid June 9th. Ten Hag set to find out fate this week. Now, what's hilarious about this is Soccer Aid's taking place at the Bridge. So, I don't know how Pochettino walks back into there, I'll be honest. The man's just been let go, or he's just left, or whatever it is. I believe he left. I believe he called it quits and went on a small high at least. I think he left in the best possible way he could have in those circumstances. He's gone. Now he's got to come back to the Bridge for Soccer Aid. It's going to be interesting to see how that one goes down because, let's face it, most of the fans there are Chelsea fans. It's going to be an interesting thing for Poch to be at the Bridge one more time. Look, if you want to get any goodbyes in, right, go to Soccer Aid. You'll be able to tell him goodbye. That'll be your last opportunity if you want to do that. Anyway, one more last thing before we end, which is this, and it focuses on a point that we made yesterday, but more moves, I think, are going to come this way, and I think it tells us which striker we're going to be getting. Here it is. According to agent and intermediary Gigi Iacomino, when Conte is appointed as Napoli manager, he will want the squad revamped with certain guarantees for the transfer market. Oh, a manager that wants signings? Oh, Conte, that's illegal nowadays, mate. You're not allowed to do that. Anyway, keep moving. This includes Romelu Lukaku, who is currently desperate to leave Chelsea. Oh, now I bet everyone's going to be okay with this now, innit? Everyone's going to be like, oh, no, okay, no, Conte wants a player. Now, you know what? It's okay if he does it over there because he can take Lukaku. So it's okay for them, but not okay for us. Yeah, listen, they're going to get Lukaku, I think, and that's going to be a good thing. But I think it does mean that Osimhen is coming the other way. Because I think Osimhen now has played his last game for Napoli, and we will see how that one goes down. Because, like I said, I think it's going to be two separate deals. There is a release clause on Osimhen's contract, which means that I don't think the two can be done together, but they can be done separately at the same time. So they get Lukaku off of us for 37 or 38 million. We triggered a release clause of 105 or whatever it is, and then we paid out. We talk to the player, we bring him, and then therefore we've pocketed 37, we've paid 100, therefore we've only paid like what? 65 odd million or so. So, yeah. Good deal, I feel, to be honest. I think that's actually a decent deal. For a player like Osimhen, I think that's all right. It offloads Lukaku, it gets us Osimhen, and it makes it a bit cheaper. Fair enough. So let me know your thoughts. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Now, I'm going to tell you this now. Tuesday is the day where De Zerbi is all revealed and everything's done and it's confirmed. De Zerbi will be the next Chelsea coach. I think that's Tuesday as far as I think it's going to be. Again, my opinion. I reckon it's Tuesday. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed and I'll give you my thoughts on all the latest. And hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Have a good one, people. See you lot then. Take care and peace.